All right, guys, welcome to First and Goal. I'm your host, Flavo Rihanna, brought to you by Four Corner Sports. So, guys, we got big news that has just ended up happening so far. All right, the NFL just announced that we're going to be having a 17-game schedule this season moving on forward. So, the owners ended up approving on having the 17-game schedule. Reason why? More games, more money. All right, it's going to generate so much revenue for the teams and for the league, and I believe the cap is going to be going up next year and the following. So this is just going to be more incentives for the owners to try to collect as much money as possible. So a 17 game is in the books for this season and moving on forward. Plus that means one less preseason game. So now instead of 4 games, we're going to have 3 preseason games. So I'm so happy about that. I cannot wait to see less preseason games. I know it's important for the guys that are trying to make the NFL roster, but fine, from 4 to 3, that's understandable. I just didn't want them to go from 4 to 1 or 4 to 2. There are players that really want to make that roster spot, that 53-man roster. So if you would eliminate one more game instead of 3. I mean, instead of from 4 to 3, go down from like 4 to 2. It would have been a little bit more difficult. So I'm glad the NFLPA and the NFL decided to just go from 4 to 3. All right, so now with that, the 17-game schedule. All right, so now the NFL just announced, the teams that they're going to be facing each other in Week 18. Okay, so with that being said, I'm gonna just take out my phone real quick, and I'll tell you guys. So for Week 18, right? The 17th game on the season, we're gonna have and this is gonna be pretty great, just to close out the NFL season, the regular season. The New York Jets versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Then you're gonna have the Cowboys versus the New England Patriots. Wow, that's gonna be great. The Miami Dolphins versus the New York Football Giants. Good game. The Washington football team versus the Buffalo Bills. I would like to see how that's going to pan out. Washington has a great defense. They got Ryan Fitzpatrick. Most likely he's going to be the starter over Taylor Heineke. You're going to have Josh Allen. I would love to see that. Atlanta versus Jacksonville. They're at Jacksonville. Then you're going to have Carolina at Houston. You're going to have the reigning, defending Super Bowl champs, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, going to Indianapolis. You're going to have the New Orleans Saints traveling to Tennessee. San Fran is traveling all the way to Ohio, to Cincinnati, Ohio. Arizona's traveling to Ohio. They're going to Cleveland. The Rams, they're traveling to the East Coast. They're going to Baltimore. Seattle's traveling to Pittsburgh. You got Detroit facing Denver. Minnesota versus San Diego, the LA Chargers. The Chicago Bears are going to Las Vegas, and this may look like the Sunday night football game. It looks like Green Bay is going to be facing Kansas City, so that's phenomenal. All right, that's a really great matchup by the NFL. Truly love the majority of these matchups. Don't really care for Atlanta and Jacksonville. I mean, sure, Trevor Lawrence. Let's see what he does. Once he gets drafted by Jacksonville. Carolina and Houston. I'm going to favor Carolina in that. I mean, Houston is such a huge mess at this point. Tampa Bay and Indianapolis. I mean, right now, Carson Wentz. Let's see what he does in Indy. But I'll favor, Tampa. Tennessee versus New Orleans. I mean, no Drew Brees, but you're going to have Jameis and Taysom Hill, trying to battle it out for the starting quarterback position. I'll favor that Tennessee as of right now. I favor Buffalo over Washington. I favor Miami versus the Giants. I favor the Patriots over the Cowboys. I favor this is actually a toss-up, Eagles and Jets. I don't know. That's a 50-50 matchup as of right now. Denver over Detroit. I got Denver. I got Minnesota over what's it called? Keep on to say San Diego. It just doesn't seem right calling them the LA Chargers. They're naturally just comes out of your tongue as San Diego. I got Vikings over Chargers. I got Raiders over Bears, and I got the tough one is gonna be the Sunday night football game, Packers and Chiefs. That could go either way. But yeah, guys, so that's what's gonna happen. Plus, I didn't tell you guys that moving on with the 17 game football schedule, you're gonna have now for the next 8 years, all 32 teams, right? At some point are gonna have to play international football games, right? Which means you're gonna have to travel either to the UK and play at Wembley Stadium, or you're gonna have to go to Mexico. There are talks about possibly playing in Germany. Canada has also been a possibility as well too. So it looks like 4 teams, right, are gonna be selected to go to play international football games. One game out of the year, for the next 8 years. So I'm gonna just throw an example. Let's say, I don't know, the Cowboys, Jacksonville, Atlanta, and the Bears, right? Let's just say those 4 teams are selected to go to the UK or Mexico City. They will be required to play maybe one game, and then it's going to be a rotation after that. So it's pretty cool. I love the direction where the NFL is going. The NFL is just trying to grow globally. There has been like rumors that's in the past about the league wanting to have like a football team in the UK and stuff like that. It would have been very, very complicated, but it's generating so many fans. I mean, last year before the pandemic, Jacksonville was scheduled to go to play in England at Wembley 2 games out of the year at the Jaguars, but that didn't happen. So Jacksonville normally just volunteers to go there. I mean, they have tons of fans because they've been playing there quite frequently in the past couple of years. But yeah, I mean, truly love the fact that they have this extra game. More football means more fun, for us fans. And then, obviously, for players too, I know some players don't like it. I know Alvin Kamara, really disliked it. I don't see the harm. I really don't see the harm. If you don't want to play all 17 games, there are ways to get around it. I could see definitely a coach wanting to rest his players, going into the off season or whatever, into the playoffs. But yeah, guys, I mean, this is totally great. I mean, we are bound to have something like this happen. This also means that the Super Bowl might have to get pushed back a week later, so it's not going to be on the first week of February. That first Sunday of February is most likely going to be the second week of February. Because usually the NFL wants to have that week gap from the AFC and NFC title game going into the Super Bowl. So tons of great stuff that's been going on with the NFL. It was official. Adam Schefter ended up reporting it, and once I got the news, I was like, wow, like this is amazing right now. So now, like the NFL had to release, games. Hey, like this is gonna be the schedule. Giants, you're going to Miami. Let's go. Green Bay, you're going to Kansas City, and this out in the third. So great stuff. Great stuff. And lastly, guys, I just want to talk to you guys about, I didn't get a chance to tell you guys in my this past weekend, but the draft is coming up and teams are trading. Miami has been very good at drafting, at like flipping picks and stuff like that. They're trying to set themselves up to get multiple picks, and they have. All right, so remember Laramie Tunsil, offensive lineman that Miami had drafted a couple years back. Well, he got traded this past year to Houston for a first round draft pick. Right now, Houston's pick goes to Miami. Miami owns Houston's pick. Houston had a bad year, and that ended up turning out to be the 3rd overall pick. So what does Miami do? They could have held on to it and stuff like that, but they flipped it. They traded with San Fran. San Fran went to go get the 3rd overall pick, and Miami went to go get the 12th overall pick in this year's draft, plus 2 additional first-round draft picks and a 3rd-round draft pick. But wait, there's more. After that, you have Philly and Miami also trading. Philly bumps up from 12 to 6, and Miami jumps from 12 to 6, and Philly drops back to 12. So it just seems like, what's it called? That staff in Miami with what's it called? I forgot his name. Brian Flores and the general manager, I forgot his name. It's not Greasy or anything like that. But anyways, that the Miami front office knows exactly what they're doing. Are they going to draft a quarterback? I'm not entirely sure. I know definitely it seems like San Fran wants to draft a quarterback by moving all the way up to 3. It seems like they have an idea on what they're going to be selecting. Is it going to be Trey Lance? Is it going to be Mac Jones? Is it going to be Zach Wilson from BYU? I don't know. I have a feeling it's going to be Mac Jones. I also have a feeling that if they select Mac Jones, he's going to sit out. He's going to redshirt, let Jimmy Garoppolo play, and then after the season is over, they're going to trade Jimmy to whatever team to absorb the cap space and then have Mac Jones play. That's my speculation because I can't see San Fran trading all the way up to 3, right? To get like an offensive tackle or to get the tight end or to get like Devontae Smith. I can't see them doing all that work just to do that. It just seems like they're going to get a quarterback with that 3rd pick. What is Miami going to do? I have a strong feeling that they're most likely gonna select a wide receiver, whether it's Devontae Smith or whether it's Jamar Chase, all right, or Jalen Waddle. I have a feeling they're gonna select a wide receiver to go alongside with Devontae Parker. And reason why I have a feeling that it might be Devontae Smith. Ended up working with Tua Tagovailoa back in Alabama, and they have a lot of continuity with one another, so it just kind of fits. That's why I think Miami ended up dropping back 3 slots after they had went from 3 to 12 and now from 12 to 6. And Philly, I don't know what Philly's going to do. I think they're just playing the waiting game to see what's going to happen. How do they feel with Jalen Hurts? Are they going to pick a quarterback? Are they not going to pick a quarterback? Who knows? Philly has so many holes, on offense and defense. I'm just very curious to see what they're going to end up doing in the draft. But yeah, guys, that's everything that I wanted to talk to you guys about. The 17-game schedule, the trade that ended up happening this past week with San Fran, Miami, and Philadelphia. So there's tons that's going to be ended up happening moving on forward. The draft is approaching very, very soon. Football season is, there's so much that goes on in the off season when it comes to football that I don't even have, days to talk about it. I got to just pick and choose what I want to talk about. But yeah, guys, that's everything that I want to say. Thank you for tuning in. Please hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace, guys, and have a good one.